Oh, wow. That was really good.
Wonderful.
Hey, we're going to have to get out of here. Christopher, I'll talk to you later tonight, probably about a half an hour if you're on, and I'll chat with you and like we have been doing. And I want to thank you for coming on short notice.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was good. It was good. Good listening to you
lot
both.
Okay. Hey, good night, everybody that's listening out there. I hope we entertained you tonight. And
Hey, you entertained me, so.
Well, hey, again, thank you, and I'll be talking to you a little bit later tonight. And all I can say from my house to your house, thank you very much.
No problem, Gary. Have a good night.
You
Bye.
too. Okay, guys. I changed out a little bit here tonight. I didn't do the paranormal show like I normally do. How can I say it? After last night, I don't want to say anything bad. It just didn't go the way I expected the show to go. And I learned I need to screen the guests a little bit better before I bring them on. March 20th, Peter Davenport from the UFO Reporting Center. Boy, I'm sure he has a lot to talk about, especially since the Navy just released a film of from two fighter pilots trying to catch a object that zoomed by him. They couldn't even get near it. They had their afterburners on, and they were talking, and they got the recording going on that the UFO just passed them like they were standing still. That's with
crazy.
their afterburners on. Okay, that shows you how fast they were zooming through.
Well, you know how fast jets they go. They go really, really fast.
They were actually supersonic, and they had supersonic speed, and that UFO just left them like grandma was driving a 59 Nash.
If they were going that fast near your house, it would pretty much just blow out all your windows. That's how fast a jet is.
Yeah, and just imagine something going like 100 times faster than that.
Yeah.
Then back, I still am trying to get more information on it. Thing, it was reported that the next war will not be on land.
It will be in
space. And that came from a very high official. I think, again, that came from the person who's in charge of the Air Force. They said the next war will be in outer space.
Well, what they probably mean is, like, if another country decides to declare war on us or any other country, they wouldn't be fighting land battles like how they were in the past. They would be sending satellites in space. And
that's not the interpretation I got from what I read. It basically said that our next wars will be fought in outer space, not above our planet, in our thing, outer space, which is farther out. And it makes you wonder, maybe that the government is starting to let a little bit of information out to me and you and everybody else there. And maybe it's about time. I still have a funny feeling, Kevin, that if a UFO landed in New Orleans or in L.A., people would start panicking like you would not
Gary,
believe. Yes, that's my name.
Hey, I want to ask you something. So what do you think about all the kids that are protesting about the gun violence? And what do you think taking away all the guns would solve? Now, hold on. Here's a two-part question. Now, if we were to take all the guns away, okay, what if an alien invasion happens like seconds afterwards, literally after all the guns were taken away? Alien invasion happens. Now we have no guns. Only the military is here to protect us. But the military.
Then I say we got a serious problem. Even the guns. Let's face it. If we got invaded, okay, think about this for a second.
It's the people.
No, but how much more intelligent are them who would invade us than we are? Okay, we're sitting here, right, shooting maybe bullets and cannons and maybe a little bit of laser. Okay, they are going to be so more sophisticated than us, that it's like you going out, right, and you're a kid, and you went to Toys R Us and you bought a cap gun and you put caps in it.
But there is no Toys R Us, so you wouldn't be able to get
don't
a cap
say
gun.
that. They're still there for another less than 30 days,
Hey,
but they're still there.
No cap guns after 30 days.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's what you'd be up against. You'd be, hey, why don't you take that rock and throw at them? Okay, because
you'd be making bows and arrows and spears.
Okay, if they are sophisticated, seriously, I watch enough sci-fi, and I'm into the paranormal like you wouldn't believe. Think about this, okay? If they were going to decide, hey, we don't want this planet here anymore, you don't have to worry about it. We'll just be gone. Okay? If they're smart enough to have UFOs and do time traveling and come here, right? We have nothing we can defend ourselves with. Nothing. Get down on your knees and pray.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think taking away all the guns solves the problems, because I would...
No, taking the guns aren't going to do anything, okay? I mean, face it. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, if you tried taking the guns away...
From the hillbillies.
Hillbillies, you know how if you went in a neighborhood, right, and you took 100 homes, I bet you out of 100 homes, you're going to come out with guns on about 80 of them.
About that. And most of them are going to be illegal, too.
No, I'm not going to get into that. But then if you took 100 cars and you stopped 100 cars and opened up the glove compartment, you're probably going to find in 30 of the cars, you're going to find a gun.
Exactly. You never know.
Yeah, or under the seat or in the back of the trunk in a paper bag. So, I think you can't. Okay, now you go into like the UK, which you can't have a gun. You can have a rifle. You can have a rifle. You can't have a gun.
Hey, Dad, you remember back in the... You remember a while back they were doing studies on the Great Depression about when they took away liquor, saying liquor was illegal.
Yeah, they went to speakeasies and it created more crime, didn't it?
Exactly. What America did was created moonshine and all the illegal stuff.
No, it also created what is known as the black market.
Exactly. The black market.
Yeah, the black market.
But that's been around for a long time, but it grew big.
Big time.
Big time. People were depressed. They lost all their money in the stock market. They needed booze, and they couldn't get it because it was illegal. So what they do? They manufactured it illegally. So what do you think would happen if the government decides to take away all of our guns? It would be manufactured illegally.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little secret. If the government all of a sudden decides, hey, you got to turn all your guns in, you know what? We got more of a serious problem than that, okay? You can sit there and figure, well, the next thing, they take our guns away from you. The next thing is, it's called FEMA camps, okay? FEMA camps.
You remember that Twilight Zone that you were talking about?
Yeah, Surfman.
Yeah, they're going into space.
But think about this. You know what FEMA camps are, don't you?
Yeah, they're concentration camps.
Basically,
like
Nazis.
Nazis use.
Well, you know what? There's a whole bunch of FEMA camps all across this country.
They're called death camps.
And back a few years ago,
you never want to go there. Don't want to go there if there's ever a catastrophe.
Well, you know what? There is things like
that's population control.
Certain things that I've heard out there and read. One guy claims that, if you live in a major city and your curb, if you got a little red spot on your curb, next to your address, that kind of means if ever something happens, you're going to be one of the people rounded up into a FEMA camp. Still, the one famous wrestler who was a governor of Minnesota always claimed on his TV show he had that they actually got footage of a place where they had all these plastic coffins. And we're not talking about a few of them. We're talking tens of thousands of coffins, plastic ones.
Didn't Obama state that they have direct to FEMA camps?
Oh, yeah.
All that?
Yeah.
Back in 2000.
They have them. They're sitting there. They're sitting there. And that is basically, in case anything ever happens, they can start rounding up people.
Population control.
They can say, we're calling martial law, And then, then they'll start, if they declare martial law, then they're going to start looking at, okay, this person is kind of, his views of life are a little bit different than ours. And he's on a checklist, and guess what? Boom, he's gone. But then going back to the film they had of all these coffins, after it showed on TV, when he showed this, Jesse Venturas, whatever his last name is, can't even think about it. But when he showed it on his show that time, like all of a sudden, like within 2 weeks or less, all those coffins were removed. That they disappeared. Like boom, they were not there. That's because the government removed them, and because they were, people were made aware of it. I'm not just saying that. I mean, there's a lot of things out there. If you think everything is rosy out there, it isn't. Okay? For every bright day there's going to be a dark day. And I'm not trying to scare anybody on the show. That's the facts of life. Take each day as it comes, Kevin. Exactly. That's all you can do.
And don't listen to the government if they tell you to go do something that you think you probably shouldn't do, because that's probably something you should probably go away, run away from.
Yeah, we need to transport you to a different location because of something in the air in your area or whatever.
Or there's like a small little fire and you're going to get ashes in your...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. I don't want, like we mentioned Korea, which all of a sudden it was on the darn printout again, the other again. Now we're going to have something that's going to say U.S. government, on our server when I look tomorrow. But no, really, you got to take each day as it comes. Yeah, maybe someday the Earth will be invaded by aliens. Maybe they'll be friendly. Maybe they won't be friendly. We just have to take each day as it comes, the same way as, if how can I say it? The people who are negative and say that there's no such thing as ghosts, there's no such thing as Bigfoot, there's no such thing as dogmen or shadow people, I guess you can have your own views. The same way that the guy, and I am going to have him on our show in April, mid-April. He's going to want to talk for 2 hours, and he has, what he told me, proof that the world is flat, and that the pictures that NASA are showing of the Earth are fake. So that's going to be interesting 2 hours on there, but I keep thinking when I hear these people say that the Earth is flat, nobody has been able to answer my one simple question. You know what that is, Kevin?
What is it?
If the Earth is flat, where's the water running out to?
Well, isn't there... the ocean, there's gravity.
Gravity. You can't have gravity if something's flat. Well, if the Earth quit spinning... If the Earth quit spinning, we'd all float off. There'd be no gravity to hold us down.
What if we're all on like a flat piece of paper, and that piece of paper is just going up and down, up and down, up and down?
Yeah, you get seasick if it's going up and down. But
hey, that's probably why we get seasick.
Okay, maybe we're nothing but a program on an alien's computer. Just think about that. We're just a memory chip, and they're playing a game. Okay,
you know those Atari games with those what you call those
do-bobbers.
Yeah, and that's you. They're moving you around with one of those, the analog sticks.
Yeah. Well, guys, what can I say?
That's how they move you around, with the analog sticks on a controller.
Hey, it's been a fun time. We did a little bit more than an hour tonight. I want to thank my friend Christopher, a long-time guitar player, been in some major bands, wrote songs, involved in a movie that's going to be produced. Boy, here it is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then the next day is Friday. Hey, guys, don't forget, starting in April, we're going to be on from 8 to 11, and we're going to be on Sundays, too, so for a 1-hour show on Sundays. Tell your friends about Night Dreams. If you want to get a hold of us, contact us at motorcycletalkbygary@gmail.com. And if you have a business and you want to get it promoted on an up-and-coming show that has literally thousands and thousands of listeners, contact us again at motorcycletalkbygary@gmail.com.
And also, you can check out our website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. And if you want to